All right, let's talk about travel mistakes.
Mistakes? Me? Never.
You may be surprised. My name is Kristen. This is Hopscotch the Globe, and I'm here to share with you 8 travel mistakes you need to stop making. Seriously? Seriously? I've read in so many blog posts, I watched so many YouTube videos, and so many friends told me that you're supposed to move slow. I get it, but this slow? Come on! My whole trip to Costa Rica is ruined. So disappointing. Setting too many expectations. Now this can be anything from expecting a train to arrive at a certain time and it doesn't, or having an expectation of a certain experience or a certain place based on someone else's experience or photos you might have seen, and then you get to that destination and it's nothing as you thought it was going to be. Setting yourself up with too many expectations is setting yourself up for disappointment because you're taking an experience you haven't had yet and you're playing it out in your head how you think it's going to be, and then when you get there and it's not what you expected, this can be disappointing. So what I say is if you're going to expect anything, expect the unexpected, because travel is all about the unexpected, and that is what makes it so special. To have these experiences you could have never determined were going to happen to you ahead of time. That is what makes it so magical. Your trip doesn't start when you get to your destination.
Right. It starts when you board the plane.
It actually starts a lot sooner than that. Thinking the trip starts when you get to your destination. It actually starts way before that, in the trip planning stage. Planning your trip is a big part of your whole travel experience. Booking your flight, deciding where you're gonna go, where you're gonna stay, how long you're gonna go for, what you're gonna do is all part of the whole overall experience. Planning your trip is so exciting because this is when everything starts to come to life. So although getting to your destination is the ultimate goal, trip planning is when the excitement starts. Thinking your trip ends when you get back home. And this is a big one that I think really throws people off guard, because I get emails daily, and I have for years, from people pretty much saying, I feel off, I feel depressed, I feel out of place, I feel overwhelmed after coming home from a trip. And this could have been a week-long trip, a month-long, a year-long, it doesn't really matter, it's the same feeling that many of us experience. I call it post-travel depression, and what happens is you come back from a trip, somewhere where you experience so many new things, unique experiences that you had, and it changes you. It changes you in such a short time, and then you come back to a place that is so familiar, where nothing has changed, the place you call home, and you're a different person, but nothing else around you is different. It's a lot to process. So allowing yourself to go through that, to kind of go through your trip, because you didn't get to do that when you're traveling, you're experiencing so much, but you didn't get to process it. You come home, that's when you're gonna process it. And it can take a long time. And talking about it, going through your pictures, writing about it, whatever you need to go through it is important. And allow yourself to do it, and don't feel bad about it. Don't try to ask, why am I feeling this way? Because it is so normal. So many of us go through it. So you're saying I need to learn an entire new language before I travel to a destination? Not an entire language, but it's good to know a few key phrases in the language of the destination that you're going to. Not learning the language beforehand. And now I'm not trying to say go and learn an entire language before you go to the destination, because realistically, that would be a freaking superpower. And if you can speak every language on this planet, I want to be your best friend. Most likely you're not gonna know the entire language for each place you visit, but it's good to know a few phrases. So like, hello, how are you? I'm hungry, where's the washroom? These little things will go a long way. Not only will it help you get around and figure things out easier, but locals will respect you more. It will also allow you to have more of a connection with the place and the people. You feel more immersed in the culture when you can speak a little bit of the language. Traveling to escape your real life. So many people make this mistake. They think that if they travel across the world, that they're gonna all of a sudden have no problems, that all the problems they had back home, those stress-related issues, are just going to melt away like that. And it doesn't happen that way. You still have to process them. But traveling can definitely help you do it because it opens you up to a new world, new experiences, to see people around the world who are exactly how you are, who are going through the exact same things, even though they live a completely different life. It allows you to understand yourself more. It allows you to go through challenges and learn how to deal with them better. So ultimately, it can help you with those issues that you're dealing with back home, but it's not gonna just make all those problems melt away. I found you! It only took 6 flights, 5 cars, 2 taxis, 1 train, 3 buses, and a 100-kilometer hike. But I found you, I found you. Traveling to find yourself. This is similar to the last point. Having that expectation that you can go on a 1-week retreat somewhere and then all of a sudden find yourself is putting a lot of pressure on yourself and setting yourself up for disappointment. Again, we're going back to the expectations of I'm going on a soul-searching journey is different than I'm going to find myself in Italy. Travel does have a way of helping you to understand the person you are or the person you want to be because it shows you your likes and your dislikes. It allows you to surround yourself with people that inspire you and people that you relate to. It allows you to face those fears and try new things and see how similar we all are around the world, even though we live different lifestyles. So yes, it helps you understand better who you are. But going on a trip with the expectation that you're going to find yourself, again, is really setting yourself up to be disappointed because it's not a game. But ultimately, travel is a great way to learn more about yourself. OMG, I just got back from Paris. It was just a weekend trip, but you must have been following me. It's all over my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my YouTube, my blog, my everything. Of course, my Snapchat. Traveling to brag about it. This one's a big one in this day and age with social media, specifically Instagram. I have found that a lot of people that I used to follow would post these pictures that were very curated. More like modeling shoots of places they've been to around the world and more or less bragging about it instead of inspiring me. There's a difference between saying, hey, look at me, I'm here, and inspiring people to go and travel to these destinations. That's the difference between an influencer and a model. Not to say that these photos aren't beautiful, because they are, but traveling to places just to take a photo, to post, to say I've been here is not travel. Travel is about getting out into this world and experiencing new things, meeting different people, learning that we are so similar, that what we see in the media is far from the truth of how reality actually is. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone. It's about trying new things. It's about living different ways of life. It's about opening up your eyes and being present in the moment. And if you can share a photo that gets that message across, I don't think that's bragging about it. I think that's inspiring. There's a difference. So what do you mean by traveling through the lens only? Traveling through the lens and lens only. This is something I've struggled with over the years. What I mean by this is always having your camera ready to go, to record, to take photos of a new experience during your travels. It's great to have these experiences you're having documented so you can look back on them years to come or share them with friends and family. But if you're not really experiencing it, if you're just looking through a lens and that is your memory of this travel experience, then what's the point? You might as well just watch a video on YouTube. Put that camera down and experience the experience for yourself first and foremost. Be present, because that is the whole point of travel. If you're not going to do this, if you're not going to really soak up the moment, then what's the point of it? Now I want to hear from you guys. Let's open up a little bit. Share with me, share with all of us one of the mistakes that I mentioned that you've made, because I've made these mistakes. how I know they're mistakes, why you shouldn't make them. But I'd love for you to pick one, pick two, and share with us an experience that you had that you learned from. And also, if you have any other travel mistakes that you want to share with us, leave them in the comment section below. I cannot wait to read them.